Hey everyone, this is a quick video to show you what Flipgrid looks like logged in as an educator, and this is me on my laptop. So you can see we start with my activity area. It tells you how much total engagement time you've had. It gives you a little fact based around that, which is pretty cool, and gives you an idea of the numbers. And you can see you unlock various achievements as you go, and it shares with you your recent videos. We then can go to Microts at the top. So at the moment we've got one for the primary school, one for the nursery. If you're needing to create new grids, all it's a case of is clicking add new grid, choosing the type. School email insists they use emails, good if they are using their EduBuzz. Public and PLCs allows you to create more public ones, but you can set passwords to help make them more secure. So we've then got the chance to actually go into one of our grids. So if for the moment we go to Athelstan for primary, you'll see we've got 3 topics. Topics are essentially the activities you're asking children to take part in. So you can see we've got the 3 at the moment. We've got say hello, joke of the day, and read as part of your favorite book. If you are looking to add more topics, a place I'd recommend having a little look at is the Disco Library at the top. So if we click on that, you can see that we've got a whole bunch of different topics all ready to go. So if we click Learn from Home, it'll then help us see these. And if we really like the look of them, we can just click on it and we can then select the grid we want in and then click Add. Nice and handy, really useful, and helps with the workload. So going back to my grids, go click grids at the top and go into Athelstan Ford Primary. You can see that with each of these, they are active at the moment. We've got the option to click on this and we can either freeze them, which means no one else can add it, or we can hide them so that they no longer appear. You've got the option to share, which will give you a link specifically to that topic. And you've got actions. So you can edit the topic. If you maybe put something you want to change it slightly, you can record a response. So that's you putting your own video on there. And there's various other different options you can do along here. If you want to create a new activity for the children, it's just a case of clicking add new topic. Again, if you want to use one that's already made, you've got the Disco Library link there. So I'm going to call this welcome. You can choose how long you want them to be able to record for. So obviously, if it was just a quick, short answer, you might choose 15 seconds. If it's something a bit longer, a bit more open, create a task, you can choose up to 5 minutes. You then have the chance to put in a prompt. Welcome, this is your task, and you can then explain exactly what you're wanting them to do. To make it a bit easier, especially with younger children, you might choose to record a video. So if I do that, all that'll allow me to do is to record a video to help explain what the task is and what we're asking them to do. Nice and useful for the younger children, like I said. You've also got the option to add lots of other things to this. So for instance, I can add a GIF, I can search hello, and you can see that we can quickly choose the one we want, go down to the bottom, click select, and then it'll be posted there as well. Then I'd recommend that you have a look at the more options button. So there's a bit for adding a tip. You can add attachments, so maybe documents, maybe frameworks, maybe YouTube videos that they should aspire to, try and create them like this video. And you've got then a lot of different tools to help make it as secure as possible. So the first one is moderation. So that means that when a student posts a video, it won't come live until you've said it can become live. So good if you just want to make sure that everything is appropriate for all learners. You've got student-to-student replies. So that's a way that lets once students posted one video, someone else can reply to their video. So depending on what you're doing, it might be yes, might be no. And it's just a case of clicking it off if not. You can choose to either make it active, frozen, hidden. So we're going to start with active. Another one you can do is set dates for it to launch or schedule it. So useful if maybe you want to sit down on the laptop, maybe make activities for 3 or 4 days at a time, and then you can set them to go at certain times. So I could say, actually, I want this to launch next week and forever. Next bit at the bottom, you can choose what kind of videos you want. So if you just want a selfie response, you can choose selfie. Video title, so they can add their own title, makes sense. View count, so you can show how many times it's been viewed. Depending on your learners, you might say, actually, we'll take that off. Sticky notes, what that allows students to do is to add little notes whilst they're recording. For me, it's useful to keep it on. Video editing, so that they can trim their video. Ability to attach links, you might turn that off. And the option to add likes. So depending on the children you're doing and how they engage with this stuff, you might want to keep the likes on. You might decide actually that's not needed. And then you've got feedback at the bottom, and provide basic feedback and response based on student verbalization and clarity of expressed ideas. So you can choose how you want to give that feedback, and if you want to kind of create a bit more customized and kind of set criteria, you can click custom feedback instead. Once you're happy with that, it's just a case of clicking create topic, and then it'll tell us it's ready. Give you a link to it if you want to go straight there. I'm just going to click all set, and you can see that's there to go. I don't want this at the moment, so I'm just going to go to actions and delete topic. Permanently delete. It's as simple as that. Hopefully that's been of help. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.